Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing really well. We're going to be doing a channeled message reading for the full moon in Pisces. I feel really called to do this for you guys and I have the energy for it, so why not? We're going to tap in with some oracle cards. We're going to see what the collective energies are looking like right now, what we need to change, what we need to let go of, and then I will be pulling some tarot cards for the collective energies as well to get some advice and to just see what's going on. So it doesn't matter what sign you are, doesn't matter who you are, feminine or masculine, whatever you identify as, any sign you will resonate with this reading. So let's take a look. Okay, so just in case you guys didn't know, the full moon in Pisces is occurring tomorrow evening. And it's going to be a blue moon, super moon in Pisces, which is very powerful. The next time this is happening is not until March of 2042. So it's going to be quite a while before this happens again. It's a very powerful full moon. So what are the energies currently circulating in the collective? Okay, we have Pearl and Larimar with let go, surrender, release, patterns and triggers, and Pleiades energy. Very fitting. Let me focus that for you guys because these are really nice cards. I want you guys to see these. There we go. What are the energies that the collective might need to change during this full moon in Pisces? What needs to change collectively? We have the Astrophile and Ginkgo with star elders, signs and symbols, divine blueprints, and a mentee. I might need to grab the guidebook for that one, but we'll see. So what does my collective need to release or let go of for this full moon in Pisces? Nice. We have the stromatolite and fern with the akasha. Strip back and simplify, look to your origins. Okay. Very cool. So what's currently going on in the collective right now? Pearl and Larimar with let go. Currently, collectively, which is almost all of us on a grand scale, earth-wise, anyone who is awakened, anyone who is becoming awakened to the higher levels of consciousness of the earth, we are currently in the process of letting go, releasing, letting go of patterns, triggers, taking a look at our shadow side. We have an oyster shell here with a pearl in the middle, and there's a rainbow coming out of it. So there's something about maybe finding the bright side, looking at the bright side of something. I heard finding the silver lining of something. I feel like at a collective level, we are all learning to let go of control. This full moon is going to be opposing Mercury in Virgo, which is retrograde right now. So there is that Virgo Pisces polarity taking place here, where we have the logical mind being Virgo, and then we have the intuitive mind being Pisces. So there's something about needing to let go of control. We're being face to face with our controlling tendencies versus our tendencies to just go with the flow. So I feel like right now a lot of us are really kind of tracing back to our origins when it comes to not only where we come from in this lifetime, but where we came from in previous lifetimes. So we have Pleiades here. We have the Akashic records being mentioned here. We also have star elders. And I believe divine blueprints and the mentee also has something to do with that, but I'm going to double check with the guidebook. But yeah, it's like collectively speaking, this is the water element. We are learning to just go with the flow. We're learning to feel our emotions. We're learning to release baggage. We're learning to face our triggers with pride and dignity and not feeling bad about ourselves. So when it comes to the energies of what needs to change, with the star elders, signs and symbols, divine blueprints, and a mentee, I feel like what needs to change here collectively is the way that we approach our growth as a human race, as humankind here, divine blueprints. And this kind of goes back to just the energy shifting of the entire planet and of the frequencies that are changing here. And this is a pretty big topic because collectively speaking, we are moving from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. Anyone who is born right now, like if you are watching this video on my channel, whenever I post it, like you are meant to be here on earth. You were born for a reason. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're worthless or if you feel like you have nothing to offer this world. You were born here for a reason, because we are currently in transition from one era of time to another era. And honestly, like when I do my own meditations about why I'm here and just tapping into the collective energies, it's like all of us are here because we signed up to help raise the vibration of humanity in one way or another in the ways that we do things. So whether that be through healing work or through teaching, educating children, building homes, building schools, helping the less fortunate, whatever we are here and called to do is because we are helping to transition to the next stage of humanity. And being the age of Aquarius, this has to do with communities, getting along with others, helping for the greater good and being of service and having a higher calling for something, not just doing something for selfish reasons, but doing it for collective humanity. So I feel like what's changing here is I'm getting like DNA changing. So it's like the more that we change, the more that we raise our frequency, the more that we heal and become a good example to other people, the more that we are able to change our own DNA, and we're going to be able to let go of patterns and triggers, ancestral trauma. We're trying to get rid of these energies so that way the future has a much better energy to work from, a much better divine blueprint here. So I'm actually going to grab my little booklet here because I really want to see if there's anything about this specific card. Okay, yeah, give me a second here. Okay, so I'm just going to read this portion. Astrophyllite's star-like energy comes to you as an activator, opening the crown and working to many subtle energy nodes above the crown that extend up to the stellar gateway chakra, which is right above the crown chakra, which is a little bit above your head. So through this stone, you can commune with your star families and draw them close. Yeah, so it's like some of you guys might be tapping into your Akashic records where you came from in previous lifetimes. You might be becoming aware of the reasons why you carry certain traumas. A lot of the times when we are afraid of certain things, or when we avoid certain things, or when we have bad experiences with certain things in this lifetime, a lot of the time it's because we carry certain traumas from past lifetimes. Whether that be the way that we died or what we went through. It's like we are born again to help work through certain karmic patterns that we couldn't solve in the previous lifetimes. So a lot of you could be tapping into like intergalactic energies, aliens, the Pleiades, the Amenti here. So some of you guys are realizing that you are star seeds, right? Like you come from another realm. You were born here for a reason because you have gifts, you have abilities here that are going to help lead others as we awaken to the new era of consciousness. So we also have here, you may be going through a restful period of integration and healing, or maybe you are stuck in a rut and cannot move forward as fast as you want to. This crystal has come to tell you that it's time to wake up. You have work to do with your stellar guides. No more living in the slow lane. This period requires accelerated connection to everything around you. Yeah. So you guys might even be connecting to new spirit guides. You could be connecting to new angels, to like I said, aliens, intergalactic beings. You could be feeling way more connected to the universe than you ever have been, and that's because the frequency is changing. And as the frequency continues to rise, those who are called to help and heal the planet, we are being called to do our work. So a lot of us are awakening deeper. A lot of us are being asked to do our shadow work and to do our inner child work and to step up and be a good example for other people. And this is coming as a result of these beings coming in to help assist us with this. And also there's a lot of DNA activation coming in when it comes to just who you're meant to be in this lifetime. So Astrophyllite induces out-of-body experiences in those that are ready to expand. It will unplug you from the false matrices of the 3D world around you. If you are a very clairsentient person, you will literally feel them unplugging parts of you, educating you on a higher level of being. Its energy is technical. It tinkers away at your light body to reconnect and reroute energy, adjusting and recalibrating flows to pathways within the body, but also through the nervous system of the earth. I just got something about the meridians coming through. So like the meridians of the earth, but also the meridians of the body, which is kind of like the energetic lymphatic system of the body. So maybe you guys are literally feeling different in your bodies. You could be feeling more sensitive. Astrophyllite helps you access the records of all, which is, again, the Akashic records here. So its ability to teach and lead you through reconnecting with divine origins is incredible. Let me see if this is... One of the first words. It focuses on the mental field of your energy body, bringing sharpness of the mind. Its energy streams work through cranial nerves, stimulating analytical and methodical qualities of the left brain. This brings those who are creative, right brain thinkers into balance with the left side. Such is its strength in supporting mental clarity. It can assist you in developing telepathy. So if you guys are feeling called to work with this crystal, I'm not sure where we can get this crystal. I don't have one of my own. But I'm sure if you reach out to your local crystal shop or go exploring, you could find this crystal. So now we have here the ginkgo biloba, which I believe is the plant. Yeah, this leafy plant that's right here. So ginkgo's medicine offers an innate understanding of the way nature interacts and complements in your place in this big wheel of life. Ginkgo is strong and resilient. It is one of the oldest trees, holding primordial life force energy, surviving and thriving. It brings peace and helps you feel a greater depth to thoughts. The need to let go is more important than the need to hold on. And that kind of ties us back to this energy. It's like you guys are learning to release things from the past. You guys are becoming aware of not only this current existence, but of other existences that you've had that kind of tie into who you are at a soul level. So where astrophyllite stimulates your left brain, ginkgo balances the right, increasing blood circulation to the body and brain, keeping your brain sharp, healthy, and stimulated. It is associated with harmonizing duality, the masculine and feminine aspects of all living things. So you guys could be doing that too. You guys could be stepping into more of, let's say you are like a very manly man your whole life. Maybe now you're stepping into that feminine side where you're learning to feel and follow your intuition. Whereas, let's say you are a very feminine woman, very emotional, very nurturing, very much like a home taker, caregiver. Maybe you are learning to channel more of your authority. Maybe you're learning to do things on your own for the first time in your life. So it just depends on where you fall on that spectrum. But the purpose of all of this happening is to awaken us to our full potential, and that means balancing both of these energies within our systems. Symbolism and sacred geometry are important to ginkgo. It highlights the geometry found in nature and the organic geometry found within us. We are all made of these shapes and sequences of patterns and numbers. It wishes to draw your attention to the Trinity number 3 and the triangle, which represents the most stable form of geometry. Okay, so yeah, that was a lot. Definitely a lot of information, so I'm going to leave it at that. But going back to this card, so what we need to let go of. Strip back and simplify, look to your origins. So simply put, this is kind of backpacking off both of these cards here, where it talks about looking to our origins, not only in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes, becoming aware of the fact that we are a spiritual essence, having an experience in a human body on a very dense material plane. Earth is very, very dense. Its energy is very difficult to deal with for a lot of us who are healers. So it's literally, it's like taking back who you are at the primordial version of who you were before you stepped into this lifetime, before you were in this body, and becoming aware of that consciousness, becoming aware of what you're meant to be doing to help this planet. This is kind of what's going on right now. So you guys could really be stepping into that overall. Yeah, but I feel like I've said enough about that. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards. There's like a little fruit fly on my table. That's so weird. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, so let's just tap in here. We'll do one more shuffle. This is my first time using this deck. I'm so excited to use it. It's so pretty. Okay, so what are the current energies, please? Yeah, current energies in the collective. Current energies in the collective for this Pisces full moon. Current energies in the collective for the Pisces full moon. We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful energies. And that matches with this very nicely. It's like a lot of us are becoming more intuitive, more emotionally aware of things, more emotionally aware of our patterns and triggers. I feel like there's a lot of compassion in the collective right now, a lot of feminine energy coming through, but like healthy feminine energy, where it's not really controlling, it's not dictating, but it's more so accepting and nourishing and cultivating and magnetic. It attracts good things. And then we have death at the back. Look at this, you guys. Here, let me focus this again because these are really nice. We see a big metamorphosis taking place here. We have we have two snakes, two different colors. We have, no, it's not a scarab. I don't know why I was going to say scarab beetle. I don't even know what that is. A butterfly. There's a lot of change happening when it comes to the way that we approach our healing. So I think I'm going to put this here too. Yeah, and then we have the sun right behind there. So it's like a lot of things are becoming clear to us. It's like the way that we are. I'm getting like, if you went through certain things when you were a kid, it's like you're realizing maybe why you had to go through certain things so that way you can become awakened to who you are. Maybe you had to, and this is not to, yeah, this is not to kind of say that the things that you went through, especially traumatic things, were I don't know, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to invalidate your experiences, especially if they were very traumatic, but I feel like you guys are now realizing it's like, okay, I had to go through all of these processes of death and change and transformation so that way I could learn who I truly am, and so that way I could have compassion with myself. Because a lot of the times we don't learn our lessons, unfortunately, until we experience enough pain where we are forced to change. So I'm definitely connecting to very strong individuals here. You guys could be Leo, Scorpio, water signs. But I feel like you guys were given a very difficult experience on earth because you are meant to teach something to others from what you have gone through. So your experiences have made you a natural teacher. And that goes back to the divine blueprint. That goes back to what are you giving back to the planet? How are you being called to share your story or to change the outlay of the future, how things are going to be from here on out? So what needs to change, please, when it comes to this full moon in Pisces? What needs to change? I have two cards here. So we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Move this over. These are pretty big cards. Okay, and then we have the Six of Cups. So yes, exactly. Akashic records, our past. And then at the back here we have the Page of Wands. So this is giving me the energy of someone really meditating. This is also giving me the energy of maybe going to visit like one of those hot energetic spots where there's a lot of spiritual activity or a lot of energetic activity here. I know there's a couple in Sedona. I know there are couple in other places in the world, but I feel like you guys are being called to really channel your power at this time. It's like some of you guys are not tapped into your full potential, and that's because you guys are still going through like the final stages of transformation so that way you can come out as this full version of yourself. But what needs to change here? Yeah, Seven of Cups, Six of Cups. It's like, what have you learned from past experiences? How can you go back with your nostalgic memories of things and people and places? And I'm just getting also like Atlantis here too. So some of you guys could be from the fallen, I don't know why I can't think right now. I'm like in channeling mode. Whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. You guys could be from Atlantis or Lemuria, the fallen societies from those times here, ancient times here where like ancient Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, they were all very spiritually advanced places, and all of the people that were alive during that time were also very spiritually advanced, very, very gifted. So there's a lot coming through about maybe, how do I phrase this? Like, it's just giving me that same energy of like looking back on the past, looking back as to why you had to have certain experiences, and maybe taking a look at certain memories that you have and maybe retracing your steps through those memories. And yes, so it's like retracing your steps through those memories and maybe realizing where you've replayed karmic lessons again in this lifetime, or where you've had to learn something twice or 3 times or 4 times so that way you can get it through your head. Some of us might be really stubborn. I know I was definitely, especially growing up, still am sometimes. Yeah, I'm just sitting on this to see if I get anything else from it. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that. If something else comes to me, I'll let you guys know. But what needs to be let go of during this Pisces full moon? What needs to be let go of? We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, I don't know why I got fear for this card, and we have the Ace of Wands at the back. So maybe what needs to be let go of is the fear of moving forward, the fear of doing something new, the fear of change, the fear of starting over, the fear of doing something on your own. I don't know if I said that already. But yeah, so I'm also seeing how her heart center is kind of illuminated, and we see this duality here in her representation. So maybe there needs to be a let go of like a previous identity that you had. There needs to be a change when it comes to the way that you approach maybe new creative projects, new things in the future. Yeah, we have a Page of Swords here, so definitely a new perspective on something. What needs to be let go of is maybe not approaching things from an egoic place. I don't know why I got that from the wands, although it can be sometimes. Maybe not approaching situations from an egoic point of view, but from more of a compassionate and intuitive point of view here. Yeah, so let me also sit on this one. I'm still getting the same energy. It's like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to do things differently. Don't be afraid to lead. Also with that Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands, it's big fire energy, Aries energy, that is having the courage and the ability to speak out and do things differently, or to lead a crowd, or to be the torch bearer for something. A lot of us here, if you're watching this, you are leaders. You are meant to lead in some way. You are meant to be a voice of reason, a voice of truth, a voice of intuition. Some of you guys could be mediums. You could be Akashic Records readers. Definitely. So is there any advice that we can give to the collective here for this full moon in Pisces? Any advice? Full moon in Pisces advice. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. I heard don't doubt yourself. And then we have the Queen of Wands again. Well, not again, but we have more wand energy. So it's almost like, don't second guess your ability to do something. Don't second guess your ability to be something maybe that you've never been before. Don't second guess your ability to be a force of nature, to lead, to be powerful, to be attractive, to carry energy that stimulates others in a very good way. Some of you guys could have what's it called, imposter syndrome with the Five of Swords. Definitely some of you guys could be feeling like you're not good enough to do something. Some of you guys might feel out of place, but I feel like some more reflection needs to happen here, where you guys realize your worth, Queen of Wands, where you realize your potential and your power. There's a lot of power that you guys hold, and some of you have not stepped into it because maybe you guys feel confined to an old version of yourself. We see in this card that the sword, it kind of looks like it's holding her down, but she's actually holding the sword there. So maybe there could be some sort of self-sabotage when it comes to your own power and what you're capable of. So I would really try to take a look at maybe your own tendency to subdue yourself or to make yourself feel small. Maybe this comes from experiences that you had. Maybe this comes from conditioning that you've experienced in your childhood, or maybe it comes from a past lifetime. Maybe you were silenced in a past lifetime. Maybe you were burned at the stake for being a witch, for being a healer. Maybe you were a warrior and you died in battle, and you're afraid to lead again or to try again, because deep down at a soul level in your DNA, you feel like if you speak out or do something that you feel passionate about, that you will be condemned for it. So there's something about needing to really take a look at why you feel this way, why you might doubt yourself, why you might sabotage yourself, why you might not challenge yourself to your full potential, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot just coming through about psychic gifts, Akashic records, realizing who you are, not only in this body, but where you came from previously and why you are here. So I feel like, especially with this full moon being in Pisces, which is collective energy, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so it kind of encompasses all of the signs before it. And it's very psychic, it's a very emotional sign, it's a very much feeling sign. So there's something here about you guys really needing to tap into those heavier energies of emotion. If you're not comfortable with that, it's definitely going to feel a little bit heavier for you, but letting yourself be overtaken by these emotions and by these feelings of like just water washing over you. Pisces is water, like Neptunian waters, primordial waters. Neptune can also be kind of referred to like outer space, or the energy of the ocean as well, where it's kind of like all encompassing, where it's very powerful. So you guys might need to let that wash over you with surrender and release, so that way you can truly become aware of your divine origin. I'm seeing like a little star kind of like in the middle of a little cortex, and it's like growing bigger and bigger. Kind of like, I heard neoblast, I don't know why. I also heard like the Big Bang Theory. Maybe some of you guys are into that stuff, but it's yeah, Big Bang Theory. We know that that's kind of one of the theories about how we came to be, or how the solar system came to be. So maybe there's something coming through about that as well. Just origin, where you come from, why you're here, what you're meant to be doing. You guys are meant to live purpose-driven lives, and it's time for you guys to step into that. So contemplate that with the Page of Wands. Give yourself time to think about where you want to go, what you want to do next, the steps you need to take. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that here for you guys. I want to wish you guys a happy full moon in Pisces, super blue moon in Pisces. And I hope the rest of the week goes really well for you guys. And I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye.